Hello, this is a Filofax Mini, the smallest Filofax they do. Actually it's a chameleon, I know that because it actually says it just here. And one of the annoying things about these Filofaxes is that they don't come with a pen. You have to buy your own pen. And these are relatively expensive, so a way round this is to create your own. And this is the one I've created, which just slips in here, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how I made this pen. So what do you need to make this pen? Here is the pen. Obviously you need a pen. This is a Bic pen. And the reason I'm using this is because this is the company that I used to work for before I retired. This one is actually excellent because it is quite flexible, and obviously what we're going to do is cut it. So the other thing you need is you need something to cut it. I've got this really expensive Leatherman, but a junior hacksaw would do just as well. So those are the only tools we need. So the first thing is to decide how big you want the pen, and obviously what you can do is you can just make sure you've got the cap on, if you've got one with a cap, which is advisable, is to offer the pen up so you know how much to actually cut off. I actually measured this, and for this particular pen, it depends what pen you're going to have, but for this particular pen I needed to cut off about 40 millimeters. Hope you can see that. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to make two cuts. The idea is to preserve this texting here, but if it's just a plain pen you can just cut off the 40 millimeters or whatever you need to cut off. So what you need to do first of all is to remove the biro bit, and usually you can just pull this out. Having said, you only need these tools. I've got another little tool which is quite useful here, which is just a pair of pliers, and I'm just going to pull the pen part out so we can actually get at the tube and cut off the bits we want. So I'm going to mark my two 20 millimeters using a pencil. I'll just do one to start with. I'm going to cut 20 millimeters down there and then 20 millimeters up there. As I said, if you don't mind, you can just cut it in one go, but to preserve this text, makes it a little bit nicer, I think, I'm going to do two cuts. Right, now to do the first cut. Junior hacksaw or this very expensive Leatherman. I'm going to use this little pen rest here because obviously you need to rest the pen or the pen case so you can do the cut. So here goes. This is the first cut. You'll notice, by the way, I've left the pen part in the top here. There's a reason for that. Okay, so off we go. Gently as you go through the side, and it's probably a good idea just to give it a turn round, and you can see it's nearly through. There we go. I'm going to do the other one. I won't bother filming that because it's just exactly the same. There we go. I've made the second cut, and now we've got the pen. Oh no, that's right. We've got the pen the right length. I thought I'd messed up then. Okay, now the other thing is I left the part in the top here, and the reason for that is because we're going to reuse this obviously in the top of the pen here, and I know that these are quite tricky to get out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up here with, I'm lying again because here's another tool you might need. I'm going to cut up here, and then to get that bit out without damaging it. Obviously we don't need this bit anymore. Here we go. So I'm cutting up here. A small pair of scissors would probably do just as well, or if your part comes out of here easily, then that's fine also. So just a question of breaking this open. This is obviously quite boring, so I'll not video this, but I'll just show you when I've finished. So here is the pen top out. Here's a bit I cut open, so we can now dispense with that. So now it's just a question of assembling the pen. The only other thing we have to do is, of course, now the biro refill, of course, is too long, so we have to cut that down. So a pair of cutters or a pair of scissors to cut that down. So let's just have a look. So we're just offering it up, so we're going to go to there, so we need to cut it about here. So I'm gonna just cut it over the bin with my cutters. There we are, it's now cut. So now it's just a question of assembling the pen. So pop that in there. Put the top on. And put the cap on. Cap on the other one. Now we have two. That's all there is to it. Hope you find that useful. Bye for now.